Thanks so much for joining us here on this Thursday. I'm Brooke Hash. All new here at noon. Steve Lawson is asking for a new trial less than a week after a jury found him guilty on all charges relating to his role in the Crystal Rogers disappearance. That motion, filed by Lawson's attorney, cites failures of jury instruction, errors involving DNA testing, court order violations, and a lack of adequate prep time for Lawson and his team, along with other grievances as grounds for a new trial. Lawson was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with physical evidence last Friday after a 4-day trial. A jury recommended he be sentenced to 17 years in prison. The other two suspects in this case, Lawson's son Joseph and Brooks Houck, the main suspect, go on trial June 24th. Metro Police have arrested a boy they say fired shots near a crowded Algonquin Park over Memorial Day weekend. It happened on the same day as that grand reopening of the new Algonquin Park pool. Multiple shots were fired, but thankfully no one was injured. LMPD said a 15-year-old male is facing charges of first-degree wanton endangerment, possession of a handgun by a minor, disorderly conduct, and possession of marijuana. Due to the status of him being a minor, LMPD has not released any more images or the name of the suspected shooter. Taking a look outside, you told me maybe an hour to 2 hours before the pending weather starts hitting Kentucky and Matt.
That's right, Brooke. Yeah, we are in for a rainy day across Kentucky, and some of those rain showers are going to continue arriving as we go throughout our afternoon time. Steady gray skies that you're seeing right now across the Ohio River in Louisville. We've got temperatures ranging into those upper 70s at the moment. Winds out of the southwest up to 10 miles per hour. Still a bit of a gloomy picture out there. Here's a look at satellite and radar. Those showers continuing to slowly advance their way into Kentucky, seeing them breaking apart farther off towards our west for now, but I am expecting more clusters of showers to arrive just as we head later on into the next upcoming hours of our afternoon. This activity is going to last throughout our afternoon time. As we go closer into the evening hours, we will see a bit of some quieter trends. We're going to still expect a few of these showers to make their way through as we head throughout the rest of our afternoon time. And then you'll notice just as we go closer into the evening hours, we'll start to see these showers continue to steadily begin to break apart. But then we're in for another round of storm activity as we head into our day tomorrow. We're tracking another round of showers and thunderstorms that's likely developing throughout our afternoon once again. These could contain the possibility of having some stronger winds with them. We're going to have all the details about that coming up here in just a few short minutes. Brooke.
All right, thank you, Matt. Some West Louisville business owners say the push for affordable housing is pushing them out. This week, we learned TARC plans to sell the NIA Center to Goodwill for affordable housing. In total, some 76 units. Our Jose Alonso and photojournalist Emma Gefter spoke with some of those businesses housed in that center, fighting to keep their space.
Tenants of the NIA Center held signs saying stop TARC from displacing businesses and how do you place people by displacing people on the front steps of their property owner, the Transit Authority of River City's headquarters.
I think some type of compromise will make this whole situation better.
So we figured, this isn't really a protest, but we figured we bring the community conversation to TARC. Since TARC isn't able to, doesn't want to, doesn't care, whatever, to come down to our end of Broadway.
The NIA Center houses several small businesses and nonprofits in West Louisville. On Wednesday, the center's neighbor, Goodwill, Kentucky, and TARC officially announced the sale and plan to create 76 permanent affordable apartments. In a statement, TARC's executive director, Ozzie Gibson, says, quote, "We saw a meaningful opportunity to support that vision. We are also thrilled that Norton Healthcare is considering expanding its healthcare services in West Louisville as part of this plan." The NIA Center has been a staple for the West Louisville community and houses both new and long-term tenants, just like this one, Shawnee Transformation Youth Coalition, also known as STIC, who's been here for about 8 years.
So STIC is about prevention. So it's about preventing violence, preventing unnecessary deaths or injuries.
The executive director, Angela Hollingsworth, also made her voice heard in front of TARC. She says the loss of their office means less personal communication with youth.
Just because of the traffic here at NIA, we have recruited some of the young people just because their parents were downstairs. We will probably have to work from home for a minute and then find a spot that we will actually engage with the youth.
Although tenants of the center won't have to pay rent until their given move-out day of December 1st, they wish they had transparency and a seat at the table for this large sale. Jose Alonso, WHAS11 on your side.
Louisville Metro government, which oversees the NIA Center, says it is helping tenants find new locations. Meanwhile, Norton Healthcare, already a neighbor at 28th and Broadway, says it continues to look for ways to expand its health services, and any location adjacent to that West Louisville Hospital property would make sense. Louisville is getting closer to calling action on a major development. Today, Mayor Craig Greenberg will join state leaders at the Louisville Gardens for an update on the creation of a film and TV production studio there. The project is a key part of the plan to grow Kentucky's entertainment industry. City leaders said it could turn downtown into a major destination for movie and television production. Today's announcement is set for 2 o'clock and will be there. Former Bardstown High School teacher Jeremy Dale will spend 60 days in jail after pleading guilty to several crimes involving minors. 4 young women who were just teens when they met Dale spoke at his sentencing. Our Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Alyssa Newton take us inside the Nelson County Courthouse.
We had a whole senior year ripped away from us.
4 young women blamed Jeremy Dale, a former teacher and assistant football coach, for ruining what were the last days of high school.
What I endured along with the other victims was not only a violation of our bodies, but also a violation of our trust, safety, and self-worth.
And based on the offer that's been extended, how do you intend to plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Dale pleaded guilty to 4 counts of physical harassment without injury, for which he will serve 60 days in jail. Judge Joe Ballard allowed Dale a work release. The women and their families disapproved.
We had a whole job ripped away from us working for the athletics, and he gets to serve 60 days, but he gets to leave for work Monday through Friday. And I'm very upset with that.
Dale also pleaded guilty to 2 charges of an unlawful transaction with a minor in the 2nd degree. In his plea deal, Dale gave up his teaching certificate and cannot coach. As part of his plea deal, Dale will not serve time in jail for the felony offense. Instead, he'll be on diversion, put on a set of restrictions similar to parole. If he breaks diversion, he'll only serve 2 years. The plea deal amended down what was originally 2 charges of sexual abuse. Bardstown City Schools fired Dale from his teaching job here at Bardstown High School back in February 2023, around the same time that he was arrested. An anonymous tip from a staff member at the high school is what tipped off the district. A thread that Detective Eric Williamson followed for the 4 victims.
It's so brave for them to come forward, because it just shows that if you come forward and tell us what happened, and we will be glad to investigate it.
These women want their experience known so others will come forward.
Nobody at the school was willing to advocate for us, and to any girls that are going through something similar, I just want them to know that there's always somebody that's going to have your back.
They say Dale will never silence them again. In Bardstown, Ian Hardwitt, WHAS 11, on your side.
The 5-year diversion program means Dale could have the felonies expunged. If he breaks diversion, he'll serve 2 years in prison. He does not have to register as a sex offender. A former Eastern Kentucky sheriff accused of killing a district judge wants his indictment dismissed. Sean Mickey Steins of Letcher County is charged with shooting and killing Judge Kevin Mullins inside the courthouse chambers. In new court documents filed Wednesday, Steins' attorney accused the prosecution of having an undocumented meeting with the grand jury before that indictment. They also said the grand jury asked for records, which the Commonwealth did not provide. The attorneys claim those actions biased the jury, and they're asking the judge to dismiss the indictment with prejudice, which would mean Steins could not be tried again. Nelson County paramedic Wesley England just took his final ride yesterday. His body was headed home to Hart County in the very ambulance he was assigned to work for. England died after a May 23rd crash believed to have been caused by a heart attack. He was airlifted to a Tennessee hospital and remained in a coma until being taken off life support Monday. England worked for several agencies, including Nelson, Washington, and Cumberland County EMS. He also served as part-time deputy and school resource officer in Monroe County.